Happy Wednesday, everyone. How is your day going? It's been a while since I've been at least live on my personal, I think. Continuing to use stories. If you're not familiar, stories up top, those are becoming more popular. So if you're not following me on my business page, you maybe don't know that because we talk about that all the time. But stories has been popular, so I've been trying to use that more. And I thought I'd pop on here, just go live with you guys to see how your day's going. Also to kind of jump in and say, the surprise messages that you get are just awesome. And sometimes you're not going to get those surprise messages. Let me just be honest with you. No matter what you're doing, whether you're building a business, you're just, 9 to 5, or it doesn't matter. Understand that you may not always get these special messages. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. But you have to understand that there are people out there who are paying attention to what you're bringing to the table. They're being lifted up by whatever you're sharing. They're being inspired. They're being motivated, which is why you've seen me over the years become more present here on Facebook, why I've gone live more, why I continue to show up, deliver, and engage with you guys here personally and professionally over on the business page. That's why you guys see in my stories sometime here that I have fun. I cut loose. I share dancing videos, and things like that because it brightens someone's day. Someone's going to laugh. Someone's going to be like, oh, I love that song, or, whatever it may be. It just gets you out of your element. Welcome, everyone. And so it's one of those things that over the years, I have learned to tell myself that it's okay to be uncomfortable like that. Still learning that in the everyday, out in public stuff. But here online, I've realized that that's my job, is to show up, deliver, and engage with people, and to be able to bring both professional and fun to the mix. Because why not? Why not, right? Make somebody's day. Because let's face it, life's hard. There's a lot of things that can really suck. And so I want you to be inspired by that, and I want you to do things that work for you, whether that's live broadcasting, that's podcasting, that's blogging, that's writing emails, text messages, whatever. It doesn't matter. But make sure that you're just being you and sharing those joys and those things that you bring to the table, because people are watching and they need that and they're paying attention. Now, the special message I got today, shout outs to Sally. Thank you so much. I was at breakfast this morning and I got a message on my Facebook business page. So I checked it real quick, not trying not to be rude, but I checked it real quick, and it was amazing because she was explaining to me how much she appreciated what I do with the show, Ed Talk TV, and how much inspiration and motivation she gets from watching the show. As you can hear the dog in the background. Real nice, right? She was talking about how it's one of those things where she's watching and she may not be, commenting all the time. She may not be messaging me all the time, whatever. But she took the time to write a nice long post, Facebook message, sharing with me, hey, Mickey, welcome, sharing with me that what I'm doing is making an impact and that it's helping her take her business to the next level. And I'm super excited. I can't wait. I'm going to be tuning into her live show tonight, which is going to be big. But it's one of those things like totally caught me off guard, super surprised. And it comes at a time when I'm also thinking about my social media strategy, my plan, and thinking about, fine-tuning things and kind of having more of a structure to some degree. And so it's just interesting how the universe works, and that as I was doing that and I was listening to someone's podcast this morning, which I've been a little behind on my podcasting. I need to try to get back into that in terms of listening and as well as doing my own. But what was interesting is that I did all of that this morning and then I got the message. So it's one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, the universe is telling me something. I need to make sure that I include that into the decision making that I'm making. Does that make even sense? Vicky, no worries. I know. It's you're in the UK, so it's hard. But it's one of those things that you guys, you have what I call secret followers. They're the people that are paying attention to what you're doing. They're learning from you. You may not know it every day that you show up. You may not know it every week, every month. Heck, you may not even ever know it because they're secret followers. But sometimes you'll get those reminders, those ones that will pop out and say, oh, hey, by the way, just so you know, I've been watching you forever. I've been listening to you forever. You share such great stuff. I'm learning so much. And what you're doing is helping me go to the next level. So understand that you're going to have some struggles. That's a given. You're going to feel like what you're doing may not be working. But that just means that you need to keep fine-tuning. You need to keep testing and you keep moving forward with it. Because you're going to get those little cues from the universe that if you listen, if you're willing to pay attention, you're going to say, oh, okay, maybe that's not a bad thing to keep doing. Maybe I need to change it a teeny bit, see what happens. It's all about testing. And we talk a lot about that on the show on Ed Talk TV over on the business page. But I wanted to share that with you guys here. Let me just catch up on the comments real quick. Chrissy says, you shouldn't be surprised as you are awesome. Since January and finding you, my life has totally changed. Oh, thanks, Chrissy. You guys are too good to me. But yeah, it's one of those things that's what keeps me going. A lot of people will ask me, Ed, you're everywhere. You do so much. You have all this energy and positivity and everything. Listen, I pretty much was born with that. I'll honestly say that. But at the same time, what takes me to the next level is you guys, and knowing that I'm helping you in some way, and knowing that the work that I'm doing, I've been given this time to go ahead and do that, and it pays off. Whether it's a paycheck, whether it's a message, whether it's being able to actually see the growth, the progress, like all that stuff counts. Because like I always tell you, don't worry about the numbers in terms of the dollar signs, the followers, the likes, the shares, and all that stuff. Be aware of them. And of course, some of that we do need in order to have a business and to put food on the table. But don't focus on those. Focus on building the relationships. You're not worried about the sale today. You're worried about this relationship over time, because that is what's going to help you and everyone else get to where they need to be. So really just think about that and apply that to whatever you're doing when you're showing up here on social media. Think about what kind of strategy you have. I hate to use that word almost because I feel like when we hear social media strategy, we have to have it so structured. We have to have the perfect Instagram layout, and it has to have the perfect coloring, and that's a lot of work, and I don't know. That's not what I'm talking about, because that's not my style, right? I'll be honest, I don't really have a set plan in terms of, okay, I'm going to post this today and post this tomorrow. Like, I try to do that, but I just go with what I feel, like what's inside my gut, what's inside my head, and I just run with that. And those of you who are in the Hey Ed community know that I do plan a little bit in terms of the releasing post, just because I don't want to overwhelm you. And it's one of those things that it's a good thing, right? And it's so much fun to be able to connect with you guys, all of you here publicly, but also inside the Hey Ed community, because I get to see the progress every day. I get to help you every day. And it's something that I've always wanted to do, and I've been fortunate enough now to do it. And again, it's one of those things that it just blows me away. This month we're celebrating 6 months of no one canceling. Hey Ed has been around for 6 months and not one person has canceled. It's crazy. And for those who don't know, the name Hey Ed came up because I was trying to figure out, what language are you guys using when you contact me, when you're asking for help, right? And almost every single message or conversation starts with, Hey Ed. So I use that as part of my marketing to go with that. And it's fun. It's interesting. And that's just something that we're testing, right? The name could always change. But what you come for is the tech support, the business support, the community, and so much more. So it's one of those things that you have to keep testing. You have to keep trying different things and seeing what sticks. But whatever you do, don't stop doing what you're doing. That's what I want you to make sure that you don't do. Don't stop what you're doing. You can pivot along the way, but just make sure that you continuously show up, deliver, and engage, because people are waiting for you, they're paying attention to you, and they need you. They need you to help them. So I hope that helps, and I hope that makes a difference in your day today. So thank you so much for tuning in, you guys, even if you're watching the replay. And yeah, we'll see you at 4 o'clock over on the business page for Ed Talk TV, and we'll see you later. Take care.